Hi parents, I'm Dr. Doug. I'm a father of 4 and a licensed psychologist in Durango, Colorado, helping parents to be a better leader for their kids. I had a conversation with a parent recently who suffers from helicopter parent syndrome. That's a problem many parents have, and looks like a parent that hovers over their kid and swoops in whenever they see their kid face any challenge or discomfort. Does that sound like you? You know, none of us like to see our kids struggle or make mistakes. But you see, kids are most likely to learn responsibility when they are allowed to make small mistakes when the price tag is small. Kids who are allowed to learn from small mistakes early in life are far less likely to make tragic mistakes later on. You see, the road to wisdom for our kids is really paved with mistakes, natural consequences for those mistakes, and our empathy. Now, there are 2 types of mistakes our kids can make: affordable mistakes and unaffordable mistakes. If your kid makes a mistake or poor decision that is life-threatening or too big for them to handle, that's an unaffordable mistake, and a parent should get involved. But many mistakes are affordable mistakes, and if our kids are allowed to learn from the consequences of those mistakes, they will be far less likely to repeat them. Parents who respond to their kids' mistakes with empathy and sadness are also more likely to end up having more respectful and responsible kids than parents who respond to their kids' mistakes with anger and frustration and sarcasm. You see, when we lose our cool when kids make a mistake, we end up being the bad guy, allowing them to blame us for the consequences and robbing our kids of the opportunity to learn something from their mistake. But when we respond with empathy and sadness, we can remain the good guy while allowing our kids' poor decision to be the bad guy. Now, what does that sound like? Well, it sounds something like this. This is so sad. I love you so much, and you left your bike out all night and it got stolen. How are you planning to pay for another one? Or, oh man, this is a bummer. I talked to your teacher today, and the sad thing is that the time I spent talking to her about your behavior was the time I had set aside to clean up the dog poop in the backyard. When do you expect to have that done for me? Or this one, I'm so thankful that you're okay. Whew. It must have been really scary when you ran into that other car. I love you, and I want you to be able to drive as soon as possible. So just as soon as you have the damage paid for, you'll be back on the road. You see, super successful parents have slightly different styles to using empathy and sadness, but all of them manage to convey a quick dose of empathy before they deliver the consequence. In essence, successful parents have a simple empathetic statement or sound on the tip of their tongue to immediately use when their kid makes a poor decision or mistake. Now, some common empathetic statements include things like, oh, this is so sad. Or a parent told me they used one just saying, oh, man. Another parent said they often just say, dang. Another parent told me they like to use, this stinks. Another parent told me they just kind of say, oh, that's never good. And one parent successfully uses just a simple sound of, oh. And then my favorite, my kids often hear me say, bummer, dude. Now, empathy may just be the most powerful parenting skill known to humankind. Remember this. Empathy allows your kid's poor decision to remain the bad guy, while allowing you, the parent, to remain the good guy. While it's not always easy to remain calm and empathetic when things go wrong, fewer things seem to go wrong when we remain calm and empathetic. Parents, we can all be better leaders in our homes. And by doing so, we have more fun, really more fun raising respectful, responsible, and resilient kids in this challenging world. I invite you to send me your parenting questions to my email at askdrdoug@durangotv.com, and I'll be happy to address them in future episodes. I'm Dr. Doug. Parents, be your child's hero.